and I've talked to a lot of people that were around Tupac. People, for example, some of the guys that acted with him in Juice and so forth.
Yeah.
And I brought this up a few times, is that a lot of people felt that once Tupac did Juice, and that at that point was his most successful thing that he'd ever done in entertainment. It was so embraced and so celebrated that he became Bishop.
Yeah.
It worked for him so well that he's like, let me just go ahead and
absolutely.
And I'm not saying, listen, I've never met Pac. Let me just say this. I've never met him. I've interviewed all the outlaws that are still alive and Thug Life, all the members from Thug Life, and most people from Death Row. So I have a good idea, but I have never met him. So I don't know what he's really like in person or what he was like in person. But that was the whole thing of, I think Biggie even accused him of that. Is like when they ran into each other, Pac was acting like Bishop as opposed to the guy that he kind of was cool with.
Yeah, I mean,
behind closed doors.
Hey, the fascinating thing is human nature, okay? And if you really look deep, there's something to learn from that. All the people that that you interviewed, everybody says the same thing. Hey, maybe Pac shouldn't have done. None of the gangsters would have rolled up on Orlando the way he did.
No.
Well, that goes to show you there's a performance that everybody felt was afoot. That's what my feeling was, because I'm like, that's not the cat that he will switch into that mode. As an actor, I know what that mode is. I understand that.
Right.
But it's almost like Al Pacino staying in the Scarface mode, because people don't realize how addicting that attention is. Especially if you was on the other side of it, you was a nerd. Plain and simple. Do you think the majority of actors, rappers, or whatever weren't nerds and aren't still nerds to this day? Deep down?
Yeah. True.
This rhymes with that. I'm sitting in my room and come on now. Goddamn it, this is revenge of the nerds out here.
Right.
I'm a nerd. There's part of me that is total a nerd. I got certain edges that, that's not, but deep down, who am I really? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the majority of us, you think there's not a part of Snoop that was a nerd?
I mean, these guys are poets.
Exactly.
Poets were not historically considered the tough guys.
Yeah, but we surround ourselves with these people. We can dip into the reality of this life because we got one foot in it. But as artists, we can illuminate that life. We can, show what's beautiful about that life, and shine a certain, light on it. That's what it is. That's why I go into characters. I can play it from a certain bit of reality. We all have that kind of thing. But then the message is, look, here's a human being that it got caught up with the accolades of these people that he admired, which were gangsters. To a lot of degree, they say the same thing about Suge. That here's a middle class guy from a middle class neighborhood who could brave the other side in a leadership way. The man I met at Joffrey's was, I feel like he could let his guard down and show who he really is. It ain't just, that's the thing. It ain't just, you ain't just one thing, And you a leader, you got leadership qualities in a lot of different categories. That's just what it is. And that's why he and I can, respect and understand each other, because we all have that.